This book is actually banned in some prisons in the United States. So you tried and you failed again. Good. At least you are trying. Some people don't even try. As long as you are trying, eventually you will get there. As long as you are trying and you are doing your best, then you are not a failure. Sometimes your mind is trying to play some games on you to make you feel like you are not doing what you're supposed to do, that you are slacking. And sometimes you are, but I guess most of the time you're trying your best. So don't get discouraged. Your everyday habits will decide your future. If every day you train, you read, you inform yourself, you educate yourself, you do everything you can to break out of the matrix, to get out of that slump that you think you are in, then you are doing okay. Poverty is a state of mind. You can read all the books that you want. You can do whatever you want. But if your mindset doesn't change, then nothing will. I want you to think about what you want. Think about the outcome. Think about the end result. Feel it. Feel it as it's already happening right now. Don't get discouraged. Don't try to look at people and be envious that they got there and you didn't yet. Because someday you will be there. When you get there, some people will say it's an overnight success. They will not see the years before that. They will not see that you busted your butt to get to where you at. They will not see that you are fighting your inner demons, or let's say your bad thoughts that always kept you down, and you finally overcame them. And once you did, you took off. I know some of you might think how to succeed when everyone around you is trying to put you in a certain path, and that path is not for you. You think that it's not for you. To do that, you actually gotta believe in yourself and your abilities. Don't talk about your goals to anyone, because they might make you feel like you don't belong and you're crazy and you need certain things to do certain things. But that is not true. You can do anything you put your mind into. The power of your mind is so massive, you don't even realize how powerful it is. If your parents is not supportive, if your parents telling you to live a normal life, we all been there. We all feel that from time to time, even if you are successful, by the way. You'll feel like they're trying to pull you back a little bit. But sometimes you gotta deal with it. Sometimes you gotta listen from this ear, get that shit out of that ear. You don't always need to listen to people. Sometimes all you need is to listen to yourself. And if you're not gonna sacrifice for your goals will become the sacrifice. I heard that from Brandon Carter. He's a very good dude. I really love his videos. Anyways, so if you're now feeling like you're slacking off or you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then you actually know the problem. Some people don't know where is the problem. And this is where the discipline comes into the equation. When you don't know what's wrong and you don't know if you're doing right or wrong, you just gotta keep doing it. You just gotta keep doing it until you see the results. You gotta do the thing so repeatedly that there is no chance of you being bad at it. That's how hard you should go on something. And I don't mean hard by doing it for 12 hours a day. You can do that. I'm speaking about showing up whether you feel like it or not, disciplining yourself, do things that you don't actually feel like doing. Do it. I'm here on YouTube for 8 months now. I tried every single thing, but it wasn't what I want. I was going after the views. I was going after the subscribers. But then I sat down and I told myself, if I'm gonna do this, I better make content that I enjoy doing. I better tell people what I do and how I deal with things. And maybe someone will relate and we can exchange information. So the reason first was because of views and subscribers and whatnot. The reason now is because I wanna help people that one day I was in their shoes. If you feel like you don't belong, or you feel like people don't understand you and someone doesn't know exactly why you are the way you are, and you feel sometimes like you're left out, like your friends leave you and nobody calls you and you feel like you're alone, sometimes it can be really hard to digest that the problem is within you. It's not within them. The world is a reflection of what's inside of you. This is the truth. People don't want to digest that, because once you realize that everything is in your life is your choice, whether you are conscious of it or not, you'll probably question your whole life. And that's good, by the way. You might feel lost in the beginning, but eventually you will see that you can fix all that. Just talk about your goals to God, you and God. Don't tell anyone your goals. Work on yourself, work on your beliefs, because they are running your life without you even realizing it. I'm not trying to sophisticate things, but when you know that you gotta do something, it always begins from the inside. And when the inside is good, the outside will be good, your work will be good, things that you do will be good. Let me tell you a quick story. 2021, I was talking to two of my friends, and they were like close friends to me, or at least I thought so. And we were talking like every day, and these two were probably the closest people to my heart, because I know them for years, and they were like having all my secrets and all that stuff. Eventually, I helped the both of them to overcome some situations that occurred in their lives, and I wasn't waiting for something in return. But the day that their problems ended, they just ghosted my ass. They just ghosted me, nowhere to be found, all of a sudden. So when I go back and look, what beliefs did I have at that time? And I discovered that I was actually waiting for something like that. In the back of my mind, it was always lurking that these people will do that to me, will do this exact thing to me. And it happened. I always thought that, when will they do that? When will they turn their back on me? When will they stab me in the back? And they did, eventually. They acted like they never met me. You gotta know, man, that deep down inside of you is your beliefs. And your beliefs, whether you like it or not, will run your life. Because your subconscious mind operates 95% of the time. Your conscious mind, only 5%. That's why you work on your beliefs. You gotta work on your mindset. That's why I'm a big advocate for the works of the great mystic Neville Goddard. He's so simple and straight to the point. Before you sleep, feel the feelings that you will feel if your wish is already fulfilled. You want to feel like you have a lot of great friends? How will you feel if you have those friends and they love you and all these things that you want from a friend? And sleep in that state. Sleep in that feeling. Don't wait for the outside world to change, to you to change. Change yourself first, and eventually the outer world will reflect what's inside of you. That's what you gotta do, man. You don't have to change someone. Change yourself. And when you change yourself, everything's gonna change. And believe me, I feel you, because I've been there, done that. And I discovered that years of suffering was actually needed back in the day to make me realize that I actually need to look inside myself and see the things that I feel like it's ruining my life, when all it did was make me realize that I was playing the victim, when all the time I was the reason that all this was happening. Everything is you pushed out. If you're a happy man, you will meet happy people. That's true. Likes attract likes. If you are in a place right now where you're feeling like you're down, nobody's hearing you, nobody's doing anything for you, what I suggest you to do is get a piece of paper and get a pen and write down everything on your mind, and you will realize that you have a lot of limiting beliefs about yourself, and people and the world will only reflect what's inside of you. You can work on your beliefs. When you know where the problem is, you can target it, and when you target it, it's easy to change it. It only takes discipline, maybe 1 week, maybe 1 month, maybe 1 year, but eventually you will overcome the situation, and you will look yourself in the mirror and you'll feel happy that you changed. Because when you change and you be happy, then the mirror is gonna reflect back happiness to you. That's the strangest secret. When you feel yourself having the things that you want, and you operate every day as it already is happening in this present moment, it will eventually happen. So that's one thing. The other thing is actually reading books. Those reading books will help you to overcoming your limiting beliefs and to make you feel more respected and loved in some way or another. Yeah, if you implement that in your life. For example, I'm reading now the 48 Laws of Power. This book is actually banned in some prisons in the United States because it's too manipulative. I want you to read this book, not because I want you to manipulate people. I want you to read this book because sometimes in life, you'll meet people that trying to manipulate you. I know I said the world is a mirror of who you are, and if you're good, you're gonna be away from these people. But don't forget that life is a game, and sometimes to level up, you gotta acquire some traits and characters that you need. So in this book right here, the 48 Laws of Power, this will make you feel like you have a lot of tactics in your brain that when you feel like someone is trying to manipulate you, you're quickly gonna realize it. And when you realize it, you're gonna stop it. And when you stop it, you'll not get manipulated easy. Here's the thing here about this book. This book is so large. Here it is. What I suggest you to do is for 48 days, take one law, read it good, write it down, and the day after look at it and start the new law. When you do that, you're actually gonna absorb everything in that book like a sponge. Your mind will actually absorb everything here like a sponge. Sometimes you're gonna feel like you are pessimistic about everything around you because of this book, but because I told you that the world is just a mirror of what's inside of you, you are going to be so focused and so alert that you don't let that book turns you into a dark psycho, because it is so manipulative at some things when you read it. If you're one of those people that have a lot of empathy for people. So I read that comment the other day. Someone was telling that he would rather be a snake in the grass that doesn't do harm to anyone rather than the mouse that tells everyone that, hey, I'm here in the garden, so the snakes come and eat him. It's a weird comment, but it's related to that book. Sometimes you feel like you gotta be a certain way to be nice all the time. You don't have to be nice all the time. If it costs you anything that you want, don't be nice all the time. You gotta learn how to say no to things that you don't actually want to do. I've been in that hole before. I couldn't say no to anyone, from my parents to my friends to my relatives. I couldn't say that back in the day, but now I know how to say no without feeling bad about it, and that's the most important thing. Don't want to feel bad about it. A final thing I want to talk to you about: if you're trying to make it in this life, trying to be happy, first go within, see your beliefs. Second, if you find something that is ruining your life, it's ruining it without you even realizing it, but when you dig down deep, you'll realize that this specific thing that I believe in, or I believe in about myself, is actually ruining your life. Then start to reprogram your subconscious mind. Third thing that I want you to do: develop good habits, develop the discipline. You feel like doing the thing, or you don't feel like doing the thing, you do it anyway. You do it anyway, feeling like it or not, you do it. Number 4, know that one day you're gonna leave this world, so you better do something that you actually love doing. Don't see what other people do and do like them. Be you. See what you like and do it. As I told you before, I always wanted to do these videos, but I didn't know what to do. So now, when I have an idea in my head, I'll just get my phone out, press record, and do a video about what's going on in my mind. And that will make me so much happier than just doing videos for the sake of doing it for the people. I'm doing it for myself, and if someone relates, cool. At least he will be genuine about watching my videos. He'll be a real one, because he will feel like he is relating to what I'm saying. That's it about this episode. I hope you liked it. Tell me down below, what was your limiting beliefs that you discovered lately? And until next time, I'll see you guys soon.